Yo, you are now rocking with the best. My name is DJ, alongside CJ, the best potter in the world. And today, we've got two guests. Before we start, KJ, introduce yourself.
KJ Matezo. Oof, I don't know if my mic is ready. I heard them talking about they needed a porn star, so here I am, gentlemen. Welcome.
We're moving on past that, man. We have somebody very special today, and no, you're not seeing double. It is indeed Conrad's little brother. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. My name's Kadre. You know, man, we out here. That's it.
Very simple intro. Conrad, I need to ask you a question.
What to do?
Your brother, your little brother that you used to beat up on every day after school on the court is now playing for the men's national team. How do you feel as a big brother? I don't want to ask him how he feels about playing on the national team. I want to know how you feel as a big brother.
Well, first of all, there was no beating.
I want to ask him after. I'm going to ask him after, but I want to know how you feel.
There was no beating up on anybody. He was a very, very well-versed gentleman from the get-go, straight from the womb. So, you know, I had my battles with him, and, you know, I feel very honored and privileged to have shared a household and parents with this fine young man. So there was no beating up on anyone. No.
Kadre, can you confirm this?
No. Because before I got to like grade 8 or so, mans had no fear. Mans are just 7-0, 11-0. So you gotta watch yourself there.
I was trying to prepare you for the world, you know what I mean? But I wasn't going too hard, you know what I mean? That's crazy.
So I just want to go back to you finding out, you know, you're gonna go down and play for the Canadian national team. How did it transpire? How did you get that text? How did you know you were going?
Actually, like a couple weeks leading up. Actually, back in November, I heard that Canada was trying to go down to play because I think they had to play Dominican or something like that. I don't know what the details are, but they ended up pulling out, and FIBA almost hit them with a suit. They almost sued them, so they pulled out that window just because of obviously COVID and all that, and then. You know, coming closer to this window, I knew I had a chance. I knew I was in like that 24. I got to earn my spot on the roster. So I was just hoping. And then one day, you know, I get the email, yo, we need you to suit up, come down to Puerto Rico. So I was like, all right, let's get it.
Hey, man, as somebody who's seen you grow up and now you're playing on the national team, I want to say I'm proud of you, man. I'm happy for you. And I know it's just the beginning for you.
It's actually crazy. All y'all put me on the map. Like, y'all showing me the routes. I was balling. I couldn't ball. I was studying all you guys. I was like, okay, take what he does, take what he does, take what he does. Put it together.
Game, huh?
Why you have to steal my bounce, man? Why'd you steal my bounce?
Hey, listen, man, we're not going to get too serious with this pod. You know how it is. We like to have fun. We like to talk some shit. And we like to talk about some conspiracies. And I hear Conrad over there has some pretty interesting COVID conspiracies to talk about.
Well, first of all, before we get into that, how was traveling down to Puerto Rico with the COVID lockdown and everything?
Honestly, yo, let me tell you that right now, like Canada's doing a good job, man. Like I really think Canada's doing a good job in terms of like all the procedures and stuff you got to do with the COVID, getting tests done 72 hours prior to your flight. Like I got to tip my hat off to Canada because the States, they moving crazy down there. Like everything is free. You can do whatever you want. People in the airport, no mask. All up in your grill, talking to you. It's crazy over there. But then when I got down to Puerto Rico, like we were in the hotel, we were pretty locked off and isolated. So, and you know, hats off to Team Canada. You know, they do their best to keep us safe, of course.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's a clip circulating. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it's a dude. I think his name is Chris Sky. I think he's a YouTuber or something like that. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he comes back to Canada a couple days ago, and he refuses to take the COVID test. So he's recording himself wilding out in the airport talking about, I don't need to wear a mask because I have a medical condition. I don't need to take your test because it's against my Canadian charter rights or whatever they call it. And he ended up getting a ticket from a couple of police officers. And he obliges. He has no problem giving them his information never. And he goes to proceed to tell them that most people who refuse to take the test end up getting charged, but not actually convicted once they get to court. Because they do realize it's a violation against their rights. So that's interesting. It's like fear tactics used right there, right? They know they fully know that they can't charge you for this, and they're still yet giving you a ticket to actually get you to give it the test. That's why I wanted to get into conspiracy theories. I wanted to ask you guys. We'll start with KJ because I know KJ. I know KJ. What's the funniest? We'll keep it lighthearted. We won't go too hard. What's the funniest conspiracy theory that you've heard since this whole COVID debacle has started?
That's a tough.
Everyone's like just doing the think right now.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Well, I'll go ahead first. My favorite one. My favorite one. Since we're in February, Black History Month, was the one that was Black people, African Americans can't catch COVID. I love that.
That was good. That was
I
good.
remember
That
that
was good.
I love that conspiracy. Yeah. I remember. I think it was this time of year in March. March, February, and a lot of Black people just didn't have it. I think Africa just didn't have it. I think many people traveled from China to Africa, and a lot of people thought of this dark chocolate skin that they just couldn't get it.
I heard people were trying to get suntans and stuff, you know. Oh, maybe that helped.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
White girls was up in there, you know.
I myself, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be very apparent. For a day or two, I actually thought, we can't get it. Yep, God has blessed us with this ability.
My thing was, I got a couple, but probably one that stands out is, well, it's more political. Everybody said, coronavirus is going to finish if Trump stays president. So everybody was waiting on that day. And then, now that he's not president, it's not going nowhere.
It's still here.
Yeah, it's still here.
I think my favorite one was, you see the 5G towers they're putting up everywhere.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I think that's one of the funniest things I've heard. And it's people like that just come up with those conspiracies, have no idea how that stuff works. Absolutely none.
Yeah. If you guys believe in Elon Musk, he actually came on Joe Rogan's podcast and explained why the radiation off your phone can do no damage to your body whatsoever. So the whole 5G conspiracies and phones can give you cancer and all this stuff is completely nonsense to him. If you believe what he says, you know what I mean. The radiation off those devices apparently can only just heat up your body. You put it against your ear, you get a little nice air warmer. That's about it.
You know what's funny? I saw this this cool. You guys can try it if you want, but I saw this cool little trend they were doing where people take their phones and they put it in between steel wool, and somebody calls them and the steel wool catches on fire.
Damn.
Apparently, it's true. I haven't tried it.
Damn.
Apparently, the radio waves are good enough, like strong enough to burn the steel wool. I don't know. I actually want to read up on this. I saw the video, and you know those guys that do like the fake or real stuff, tested it out, and they confirmed that it was real too. But for me, it's not real till I do it with my own eyes. So
I got a couple.
I'll let y'all know how it goes. If I burn my house down, you know how it went. But I gotta try this.
Got some dummy phones I could give you. You could try it out. You know, good luck.
They need to be working, dog. Someone needs to call me.
Is there any conspiracies you thought of during this time?
Me?
Yeah.
You still don't have any, yeah?
No. I was thinking about the one actually. There was one where I don't know what the range, the time was, but Donald Trump was saying if you got bleach, you know, that could kill COVID, and that was I actually ended up killing some people. I think, and some people went to the hospital. That time was crazy. That was crazy.
I was about to bring that up. Yeah, they were saying something about
people will believe the dumbest. I
think it started with a juice. They said, if you drink this certain juice, and then people were saying something about, it's if you use
had to be
if you spray Lysol in behind your like back here somewhere when you open your mouth, you spray Lysol, and then all of a sudden it became bleach. I was like, damn, bleach. I heard, don't that kill people? But yeah. There's that girl that licked the toilet bowl because she wanted to catch COVID.
Oh, I remember that. She was going around on social media saying it's not real.
Once, you're not gonna get it again, so I'm gonna lick this.
Can we acknowledge that was a fucking trend going around on social media? Catch COVID.
Yeah, so you don't catch it again, apparently. So if you catch it now,
retards are going around licking toilet bowls in airports just to prove to you that COVID wasn't real.
That's.
Well, let's not go ahead and call them retards. You know, fear is a real thing. You know, you fear what you don't know. You know what I mean? How these people out there doing so wild
Conrad's
stuff.
sticking up for the other half of the world.
Listen,
Hey man, I can't blame them when politicians are out here running around spreading lies and then double backtracking and telling the truth. You know, it's hard. It's very easy to mislead the people. People can believe anything. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you have the internet, where you know, I was watching a video the other day. This guy who claimed to be a doctor. Someone sent it to me, so someone actually believed this. A doctor was talking about how they were studying COVID in a lab. He's one of the top 7 universities in America, and he was saying that all 7 of the universities could find no COVID what do you call it, cells or nothing like that. And they went to the CDC, which is a health organization in the States, and they were not able to provide them any COVID for them to test and to work on. So then he was like, yo, this thing is fake. You know what I mean? It's just a virus and all that, blah, blah, blah. And then if you watch the video, he made a very, very convincing argument. I'm not going to lie to you. But then if you just go to the CDC site, you know, anyone can get the COVID, what do you call it? The cells to actually work on and to experiment on. So, you know, it's that easy for, you know, lies and deceit to be spread out and given to the people, you know? Anyways, man, let's switch gears. That was fun though. COVID-19.
We got 4 out of 5 people here. We're 1 away from our own starting lineup. So why don't we move into some NBA talk with their all-star starting lineups. We're gonna start with the starters first. I can't really pull it up here, but you guys know who the starters are. And the big controversy there was it Luka or Dame? Who would you guys like to have seen start? I'm going to start first of all. Conrad knows who I'm going to stand up for. And it's nothing against Dame, but Luka deserves
Europeans. Oh, God. Sorry.
Hey, man. Luka's having to go look at his numbers. I know his team's not doing well, but listen, we need to get away from the fact that the All-Star game is not about how your record is, okay? It's an All-Star game. Don't give me that look, Kadre. But that's just how I view it. I think Luka deserves it 100%. Even though he came out himself and said, yeah, Dame should have started. Luka is just being humble. You deserve that spot. Period. Dame's still in the game, though, so I'm not mad.
I got a question for you, E.
Shoot.
So, 5 seconds left on the clock, okay?
This is an All-Star game.
This is
an All-Star game. First of all, if you ask me that question, I'm giving you Bradley
in
Beal
the All-Star game.
This year, I'm giving you Bradley Beal for that question.
No, but in the All-Star game, 5 seconds left. Okay, Paul George and Kawhi, for some reason, are on the court at the same time, and they got to defend you. Are you picking Luka to take the last shot, or are you picking Dame to take the last shot in the All-Star game? And this is with the Kobe rule, so everybody's playing serious.
You know the amount of other people on the rosters? Why would I be picking Dame?
Now, for some reason, Coach drew that play up. He said, okay, it's going to be the point guard that shoots.
I'm going to pick Dame, but I just want to know what him hitting a clutch shot has to do with the All-Star game.
Who's more exciting?
Don't say that.
You thought about that right there.
I'm not mad about that. Luka's exciting. Just because he can't dunk?
No, Luka's exciting. I give him that. He them little Euros. But
he will cross you with the slowest motherfucking crossover in the world and make you drop.
Yeah.
Okay?
He's baby bird.
Besides the point, I think we're done talking about who I'm cheering for because obviously I'm alone here. But give me your arguments as to why Dame should start.
Well, I'll say this. I know Kadre is with Dame Lillard, and that's fine. People forget, like, it's a simple thing. You know, the people vote. And they're, you know, susceptible to like marketing campaigns and stuff, right? You got Luka Doncic. His fans are in Europe, you know what I mean? They want to be represented. They're gonna head to the polls and make sure they vote for their guy.
That's a big play.
Then you have Dame Lillard fans, coolest people in the world. They don't want to go on the internet. Only time they do is when they want to search for rap references. So, you know, that's the difference in votes right there. So I can't really say, you know, the fans got it wrong. They spoke up and they want to see Luka Doncic more. To me, it doesn't really matter. The two guys are pretty much in the same boat. Can't go wrong with either one.
Fair point.
Yeah,
okay, Mr. Dame fan.
I gotta elaborate on this point, and there's a lot of variables when you look at Damian Lillard. But I'm just gonna start with just like to your point. Definitely, the Europe, they're all Luka Doncic. It's automatic. Like everybody has a computer set up. You got to vote Luka. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
I think the other day I saw somebody talking about Dame's games, West Coast, last game of the night, not getting as much, TV time. So not many people are gonna know what Dame's what he's doing over there on the West Coast, So he doesn't get that clout per se. And I think that affects him. But if you look at what Dame's been doing, and don't get me wrong, Luke has been torching too over there. He's been torching too, but heck, man, if you guys see the amount of 40-foot shots that Dame's doing over there to win ball games, no CJ McCollum.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I could talk about Dame all day long. Don't even get me started right now. Go get his kicks right now, But I just really feel like, every year it changes, like how the NBA goes with their votes, and sometimes it's the players who pick, sometimes it's the fans who pick. By the end of the day, man, they're all in the All-Star game. They made it there. They're being hats off for them to making it to the game. So, whether you're starting or not, sometimes guys even, I think the 1 year Vince Carter he didn't want to start for Jordan. Am I right?
Gave up the spot for Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, man. You get the appearance, it goes in your Hall of Fame ballot, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta say, this is my favorite part of the year. This next few games after the All-Star selections have been made, because the guys who get snubbed, they start going their snub campaigns. You know what I mean? Shout out to our fellow Canadian Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He just dropped 40, I think.
That's my dog right there.
Yeah. He was very upset, so he took it out on wherever team he played on last night. They get to see these performances.
So speaking of snubs, the reserves. Go ahead.
I gotta put on for SGA, man. That guy, I played with him this summer. Let me tell you right now, that guy is a killer. That guy is a killer. Okay, I gotta put that out there, man. Hats off SGA, man. Career high the other night. Man, I see what he's doing, dog.
Ooh, shout out.
Shout out to another Canadian. He's not going well. Right now, it's still early in his career, but Lou Dort, my God, buzzer beater.
I saw that shot.
Them Canadians are coming, boy. Them Canadians are coming.
As we're moving on to the reserves, the Western Conference has Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Paul George, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert. And I think Devin Booker just got announced as a replacement for Anthony Davis because of injury. So from the West right now, do you see anybody missing now that Devin Booker's there?
Well, I just mentioned Shea Gilgeous, but you know what? We can name names of who the hell we're taking off. Let's be honest. That sounds like a solid list. I think the weakest link on that list would be Rudy Gobert or Chris Paul. But Chris Paul's been holding down the Suns, especially while Mr. Book has been injured a few times. So I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Do you remember back in the day, when they were getting drafted, Chris Paul and what was his name? Deron Williams?
Darren Williams. Don't do that.
Darren Williams. Sorry, I just don't know how to pronounce it properly. I apologize. I was gonna call him Devin Williams. That would have been worse. But remember when the argument was who's the better point guard?
Oh yeah. And Darren had it for a little bit.
But do you think the argument's finally been settled? Who was the better point guard amongst the two?
Oh yeah, time reveals all, right? It's as simple as that.
Sir. So Darren
did have a run though. Let's not do that. Darren had a
huge run.
He did. That's why the argument was valid. But
the most devastating crossover of all time. I'm not gonna care what anybody says. That left to right to left. Boom. Okay, you angled it.
But it's all about longevity in the NBA, dude. Moving on to the Eastern Conference.
I disagree with that. Real quick, I disagree with that. It's all about longevity.
Damn it! I tried so fast.
I disagree with that. Man. Some guys come in, they make an impact, they're gone. So it's not all about longevity. It's just
they have their 1-2 years
while you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was trying to get past that so fast. Moving on to the Eastern Conference, man. Ben Simmons, James Harden, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, and Nikola Vucevic. Before any of you speak, I just want to say, NBA, I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys are doing, entertaining us all while we're locked down. We understand Ben Simmons is the defense player of the year. Stop with the marketing campaigns. We get it. We already know that. Defensive player of the year, Ben Simmons. All right, you guys can speak now. I just want to know if you guys think anybody's missing, because I think this is a pretty solid lineup on the East. I don't really have any problems.
Did you say De'Aaron Fox?
No, he's not on that list.
I just feel like we got to show him love. I don't know if he's supposed to be in the game. I just want to say he deserves some love.
I feel like you guys are some low-key friends.
De'Aaron deserved it, I think. I think Van Vliet should have been in there.
All right.
Which
who's coming off?
brings me to my point. 2 years after winning a championship, the Raptors now have 0 All-Stars in their roster. Granted, whether it's fan favorites or just media not voting right or panel not voting right. Think about, what was it, before the season started last year, where there was an offer for, I believe, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Norman Powell for Westbrook and Paul George, which would have, in turn, committed Kawhi Leonard to coming back to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the dust has settled, we've won our championship. We've let a season pass. We have no All-Stars. As a Raptors fans, you guys make that trade now if you go back in time. I'm pulling it 100% because if Russell Westbrook ends up being John Wall, now I have John Wall with Kawhi and Paul. That rhymes.
John Wall with Kawhi and Paul. I definitely would. I always said it. Why didn't we do it? Why didn't we do it? Why didn't we do it? And I get it. And now you're hearing rumors about Kalo wants to go back to Philly. And I've been saying it. I'm like, eventually he's going to want to go home and we're going to have nobody. Van Vliet's going to rise. Yeah, Siakam, I never thought he was super ready. He's a hustle player. He's, I think, always going to be your best second or third option. But I don't know. I always said it. I'm like, man, we need to do this trade. We need to make this trade right away because we could have been a contender. We could have maybe, with those 3 guys, we could have easily dragged in another big. It would have been simple.
No, let's not. Don't take anything away from them. They're, I think, 4th or 5th in the East right now. They just talking about them. But
I feel like we lost some personality. I don't know.
Kadre,
Not that the Raptor
players over there,
huh?
Say that again.
Kadre, I see you grimacing over there about the whole Raptor situation. What's going on, man?
Man, okay. I feel a lot of ways about the Raptors, and that's just because of my personal involvement with them. So I just don't really rate that organization.
Hey,
but
me
shout
too.
out,
Don't worry.
Malachi Flynn.
Don't worry.
Malachi Flynn. Hey, y'all I heard me say the name. That kid goes hard. I've seen him balling. But it really feels like that the Raptors right now remind me of that phase when they had my boy DeRozan and they kept going to LeBron and they kept losing. Like right now they're just in that middle phase. They don't know what to do anymore. And should they have made trades? Yeah, it's easy to say that now. You know what I mean? But man, the Raptors, man, we got a ring. Like we should be happy. That's it. 50 years, we'll be back. Come on, stop this now.
We're gonna be old as hell.
In the same way, what more can you ask for? And even if we did make the trade, by that time Lakers were already formed. Brooklyn's formed this year. I still don't think they would have won it anyway with those teams in their way. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to the Raptors.
I think we would have had a bigger fight versus like Brooklyn. I don't know.
Excuse me?
We would have had a bigger fight versus Brooklyn. If we had those Raptors, with Westbrook, P. George,
who are those Raptors?
Kawhi, Westbrook, P. George, Kawhi, maybe Gasol at the big, and whoever you want to put at the four.
Just naming players.
Oh, this is if we made that trade. If we made that trade, I think we would have had a better, easier time. No? Y'all don't think so?
We would have lost a whole bunch of players if we had to make that trade to match Westbrook's contract.
But I think we would have had a better. So you think these Raptors of now with OG and do you think you're even going to see Brooklyn in the playoffs?
Listen, I don't care. Do whatever you want if you're Masai Ujiri. Just do not get rid of Fred VanVleet. That guy is the heart and soul of your organization right now. That guy is
right now, you're
balling.
Right. You're right. They don't even get calls no more, man. Y'all saw Norman Powell got like.
But I feel like every NBA fan says that about their team, yo. They don't get calls. Everybody says LeBron doesn't get calls, but then on the other side, everyone says LeBron gets calls.
No, man, LeBron the face. He gonna get his.
Go ahead.
I got a quick side Raptors question because me and the Raptors, we don't rock like that right now.
Kadre might be my new best friend, yo.
What about my guy Bam out of Bayou? That guy is a killer.
Okay, yes. That's a miss. I think he deserves to be a reserve at least.
Oh, he hasn't been named yet.
Nice. I don't think he's in. No, he's not on this list.
Let me tell you right now, man. I use Miami in 2K, and I must have gave man like 40 and 20 with Bam. And that's when I realized, this guy is good. Like, this guy's really, really good, yo. Like, then I saw some games. Let me tell you something right now. That guy has the best close jumper in the world. Okay? In the world. Okay? It's crazy.
He's a little undersized too. What is he, 6'9"? I like
around there.
Bam.
Hey, 6'9", 6'8", yeah.
I like Bam. He
Shout out
moved.
Bam Adebayo.
He's like a supercharged version, way better version of Trez. I like Trez game, but if Trez had that little jumper that Bam has and the defensive impact, Bam, I like Bam. Bam, nice.
What Kadre said about Bam having the best close jumper is really funny because watching them play the Raptors last night, this guy has full form from like 2 feet. I was like, whoa.
High arc and everything.
Lift the hand
Hold the form, damn it. Hold the form.
You know how you have those guys that shoot, that come into the gym and say, listen, I don't take any jump shots led to my form shooting. That's bad right there, bro.
Yo, that shoots that shit like he shoots it like it's a 3, dog. You know?
Yo, like drifted everything, huh? Oh, crazy.
Thinking about shooting, bro. I want to go off topic real quick. Yo, ugliest jump shot you've seen in the NBA and in your life
ever, or
ever
like right now?
I'm more like curious about the personal jump shot. Like who personally have you seen has like a really bad jump shot that works?
Well, everybody's gonna say Kevin Martin.
Oh.
But
if we're talking NBA, man, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist has one of the weirdest jump shots in the world. Have you guys seen it? Man goes.
Yes, I have. Actually, yeah, I have. I think they tried fixing it. They tried. Like he doesn't push in as much now. It's just more like a side. Oh God.
Yo, but that shows you how much the NBA has changed. Because he was drafted like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was in this year's draft, that is unacceptable. He can't even declare for the draft for that jumper.
Well, he was number 2, I think.
Oh yeah,
I think he was drafted number 2
or 3. Jordan picked him up. No?
Wasn't Derrick Rose year, wasn't he?
Oh no,
so.
Yeah, he was a Derrick Rose year.
Man, his defense must be crazy. Yeah, he's definitely got the worst jump shot of all time.
I think personal. Y'all know if y'all remember him, but MJ, he used to go to the Y that we used to go at.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
His jumper was like this.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah. He looked like Iverson.
Shots though.
Yeah. He looked like AI. That jumper looked like.
I don't know if I'm exposing him right now. Forget his jump shot. This dude would show up to the runs every flipping every 2 days, right? With a new thing on his side every 2 days. Like you were walking up and like, yo, who's this girl? I never seen her before, and I've never seen any girl repeatedly come to the gym with this guy. It was always a new girl.
He set the bar high, you know.
Yo, wherever you at right now, bro. I hope you're not married and your wife's not watching this, but
he was an older guy too. He would, man.
Yeah, he was.
He would do some things. Oh, you young boys ain't got nothing. And he would.
Oh my gosh, that was
Uncle Drew with extra sauce, you know.
You remember the other guy, Kadre? Rich, the dude that he had a weird jumper too.
All of them had weird jumpers.
You might see him now. He's like a rapper. His brother's like Drake's best friend, the one that was the shot.
Oh,
okay. Like the whole thing. Yeah, it's his little brother. He's a rapper now.
Yeah, not surprised.
YMCA days, bro. Everyone doing their own thing.
Shout out to the local YMCA, man.
You know,
hey,
tons of stories from there. I know.
Through.
A ton of YMCA.
I got that shot.
We gotta share at least one story. We gotta share at least one story. How about we close it on this, man? We gotta go with the classic story of Bird in the bag. EJ, were you there for that?
I gotta listen to this. Tell me about it.
All right. So basically, we're full court runs at the local YMCA. A bunch of Somali dudes came in, right?
Uh-oh.
They took over the court. Started busting everybody's ass from like 4 or 5 games in a row. Bird gets back on the court, pissed, because he's already lost 2 or 3 times.
You know Bird. You know how that man gets mad.
Hot-head. So he goes to the basket, gets fouled hard. The guy starts yelling in his face, "No easy basket." Bird goes up, goes into his face. They start arguing, getting to the back and forth. And then he's like, "All right, cool. I'm going to go to the bag." Bird walks to the sidelines. Bird walks to the sidelines. And in my mind, theme music came from nowhere. I grabbed my shoes, I grabbed my gear, I cut. The whole gym evacuated. 5 seconds.
The Thor theme music, Endgame theme music came out of nowhere.
You gotta remind me for next week to talk about the bag story from Oreo too. Holy crap!
Yeah, man. Then we see now Bird the next few days after that, and then he's like, "Yo, we asked him, what did you have in the bag?" He's like, "Yo, I thought I had it on me, but." He's like, I forgot I left it on my boy. So I was like, no.
He opens the bag, it's like a bottle of Lysol. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I got that in my bag now.
Oh man. Great times, bro. Great times.
Oh,
we want to wrap it up on that?
Yeah, man. We gonna get up out of here. But before we do, KJ, thank you for coming back on.
Yes, sir.
Let them know where they can follow you, just in case they didn't hear you last time.
At KJ Matezo, KJ Matezo. You can find me everywhere, all on social media, YouTube, you name it. Or you can come see me over here with these 2 lovely gentlemen anytime.
He was gonna say something derogatory. I knew he was.
Wow.
So he caught himself.
Wow. Listen, blonde hair still don't care. We waiting on you, E.
Hey, I ain't going blonde anytime soon.
No worries.
Mr. Kadre, the man, the legend. I can't speak. The phenom, sir. Where can they follow you and watch what you're doing?
Bro, actually, let me pull up my IG right now, bro. I don't use Instagram like that, so I gotta find out 1 second.
Can I give you the LaMelo Ball line?
I got you.
Hey
man, yo, hey, first name, last name, underscore in between, man. You can catch me right there, man. I stay balling. You know what it is, man. Much love from all y'all, man. We had a good time.
Hey, Connor, see what happens when you get a blue check mark beside your name, man. You just forget about shit.
No, we're not doing that. We're not. He hasn't forgotten nothing. He just doesn't run the account.
Hey, before we go, man, we got our own Instagram too. It's the 401 Express Show on Instagram, YouTube. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music, or everywhere, man. Check us out. Consider subscribing if you like the show, and we'll catch you next week.